Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football.
But blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Harris to return.
43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 43. Herbert now. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Finds the open. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Yeah, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over-pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Now a dump off here complete, and the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. Catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Bradshaw. He's got him in and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads, and you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Back to throw. Bradshaw. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A first down there on a pickup of 25. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
There to make the tackle, Deion Leonard. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Bradshaw. And quick throw here. That's complete.
And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Bradshaw. And he's got it. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to lead the game. You got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list.
And the Raiders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Once more, here's Eckler.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They've got a chance of coming out with a W.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Boyce. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Raiders at 0-5, just a dismal start to the year. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
Looking to throw on second down. Bradshaw got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Up the middle they go. Boyce.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
That will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Boyce. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Fighting a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Bradshaw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The kick by Carlson is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. That's good for 28 yards.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
They find some open field here.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 69 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
It's Eckler again. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler
with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list as they have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10.
Chargers 14, Raiders 10.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this 6th.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Bradshaw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Harris now to return. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This is a counter play. Eckler. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. A final shot before the break for Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So the Chargers will start the 2nd half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Up the middle with Eckler.
114 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert.
Open man, Parham. He's got him.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line. The Chargers' passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that is not the way you want to begin a half when you're only up by 1 score. A turnover right away.
And my guess that in the locker room, that's what the defensive coordinator on the other side was saying. We've got to find a way to get the football back for our offense. And they were able to do it.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this one up to about the 13.
Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down now, Boyce.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
To throw on second down, Bradshaw.
On the out route, this is Adams with a catch.
And he's out right at the 25. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On first down, Bradshaw escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Bradshaw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert. Allen's got it complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown.
Mike Williams.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Chargers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Chargers 21, Raiders 10.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run. Hey, it was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Bradshaw.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
157 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
On 2nd and very short.
Herbert.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now Herbert off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. Touchdown, Chargers! Keenan Allen, an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Chargers 28, Raiders 10.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Bradshaw over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And the Raiders have got him. Bilal Nichols able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's caught here by Adams. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
On 3rd down, Bradshaw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the...
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted.
The 20. 5. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fair catch. Made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. But they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Complete to Darren Waller.
Again, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll look to throw again. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants him to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw again. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers will take over possession here up at the 44.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence.